because it's been one of the worst build-ups to a World Cup ever. Let's be quite honest about it. Like, they're still playing Premier League football. They're still playing Championship football right up to this weekend, and then it's World Cup. So I would love to have a whole month of May where it's sunshine and you're just getting ready. But it is what it is. And yeah, I think tomorrow we'll have proper World Cup fever. I don't know.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah. I see what you mean about like it not being sunny and not having those.
You've not even filled your.
It's strange circumstances, isn't it? It's completely different to what we're used to. So I guess that's why it's a bit strange.
John's not even filled his sticker book in properly.
No,
that's how bad we've got. Like, just
Yeah, there's been no real build-up.
No.
Like you said, Premier League football, Championship football is still going on till this weekend. This weekend. So there's the World Cup fever itself is kind of we're having to generate it ourselves instead of it being presented to us with friendlies, training, that kind of thing, you know?
Yeah.
Training camps and World Cup friendlies, it just don't seem to be happening.
No. How do they go? They played this weekend, and what, like 6 days later, they're actually like Wales are in action.
There's no time for them to even think about anything else, is there really?
But I was thinking about this, right? And I think it'll do us good because we have a unity together. Don't know. We have a team. We have a spirit. They know each other inside out. So going straight into the World Cup and being expected to play like in 7-8 days' time kind of could work in our favor because we know each other and we do. I'm not saying other teams don't know each other, but I do feel like it could work well for us.
Well, we've seen, all the bucket hats and hoop here now as well, which I guess is starting to bring about that World Cup fever. Everyone's having pictures with them. It's all across social media. The World Cup songs come out. So I guess now, even though I can't believe it's a week Sunday, the first match of the World Cup begins. That's crazy, isn't it? To think.
Crazy. Insane.
But I feel like now we're starting to kind of see that across social media, especially. But who do you guys think is going to be on that plane? Who are your top choices?
The football man.
There's the usuals, the Gareth Bales, Joe Allens.
There's quite a selection people who will be travelling,
the usuals.
And we have to speak about Gareth Bale, actually. Of course, won the MSL this week with LAFC. I mean, there's no stopping him, is there really?
Isn't it? He's mad. Like, just brought on for the last few minutes. It's almost like just moments just gravitate towards him. It's like he knows these are moments. He lifts himself for
He's
that.
Such a match winner, isn't he? Yeah. You're right. It's quite contagious. He's like, this is my moment. He steps up, does it.
Yeah.
Great player.
But on this, like having a Ferrari in your garage and you just whip it out for kind of like special occasions and all that. I mean, I don't have a Ferrari in my garage, but if I did have a Ferrari in my garage, that is what Gareth Bale was like. Just put him on extra time and let him go and head the winner with 2 minutes to go.
And the thing is, he has come out and said that he's not feeling 100% either, which is he's been like it for the past year, you could say, actually, or longer.
Yeah,
but
probably longer.
It just shows you can count on him when it's needed most, isn't it? He's there and you can count on him in these big games, and he's made that difference for them.
Well, this man's the football manager. He knows how to manage those sort of big game players, man. What do you say to them, huh?
Nah, it's just the usual. Just prepare well for your games and stuff. I think the difference with the Welsh and the English is the Welsh are a bit more passionate. The English, obviously, you've got their players playing with Premier League highest earners and stuff like that. I think with the Welsh, you've got it means more to them, if that makes sense. They're more passionate. So when you've got England players, they'll just turn it for the internationals. Where Wales, they want it more for their country, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it means so much. And there's players again like Chris Gunter, Johnny Williams.
So they're going.
So are we taking
100%? Somebody has to choose the tunes in the dressing room. Goodness God, and someone has got to be there for Banter Central and ask Johnny. And actually, to be fair to Johnny, he is tearing it up in League Two at the moment.
Well, imagine tearing it up in League Two.
Exactly.
But no, these players, I feel like they deserve to be there and also the experience they bring for the young players and to prepare for the tournaments. Like, this is going to be a regular thing for Cymru, so to have that experience there for when in the next 4 years or 2 years when the players are doing the Euros or the next World Cup, they know what it feels like, and then they can pass that on. So it's just about passing that
And
legacy on,
they've been through so much as well with the team.
Yeah.
Like they can't not go.
It would be rude, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
It would be rude if
Yeah.
you didn't take them.
Yeah, and he's always talking about that, isn't he, Rob Page? Talking about setting the right environment and how those players. I think he did an interview last weekend where he said that they've been instrumental in setting the environment that we have here. So I suppose they run the change rooms, don't they? The players and the manager kind of sets the overall environment. I guess.
It would be a strange thing to do, just to throw in new names into the hat, into the squad, and not take that culture and that experience, which we said at the very beginning, that's maybe an advantage for us as well, you know. But going back to Bale, and when I put Twitter on in the morning, I seen the goal. Didn't really care about the goal. I was tweeting, I tweeted him. What was more exciting was his celebration sprint afterwards. I was like, oh my God, he's still sprinting. He's running. Yes, thank you very much. But then I had to check if he took a penalty to see if he could kick a ball, because he didn't kick a ball, literally, he headed it. So I wanted to know always.
Yeah, I did exactly the same. So I was like, wow, but was he going to be number 5?
This is what I'm thinking, yeah.
I mean, I'd have Bale as number 5.
He's number 5.
Yeah.
Is it the number 1 or number 5?
Yeah, that's what they say, isn't it?
He wants to win it.
How do you select your penalty takers? Are you strongest and strongest?
Nah, I'm just lucky. There's a bunch of good players. It's nothing to do with me or the management. It's just
they all put their hands up.
It's just them. Yeah, it's just that good.
You know, there are a lot of players as well that are recovering from injuries at the moment. So what do you think about those players? You know, like Joe Allen is one, but for me, he has to go. He's another one that has to go. But Ahmed, what do you think from your experience as a manager of the football team? What would you do with those players?
Obviously, Joe Allen's got that experience, Premier League experience. I think it boils down to their passion for their country, and like they got the individual players where, like England will play Wales, but you'll see how much it means to Wales, especially their players. When Gareth Bale was playing for Real Madrid, I mean, it doesn't get much bigger than playing for Real Madrid, but he shows more passion when he's coming playing for Wales, and he's always fit and available for Wales. So that just shows you how tight and passionate they are playing for their country. I think that makes a massive difference when you're fighting for something, fighting for the cause, when you've got that togetherness.
Joe's got to be fit. He's got you've got to give him every last opportunity to be fit, because if he's not, and then you have to change it, then you have to change it. But you've got to take Joe Allen. Even if he's 75% and you can get a game or 2 out of him, then he's got to go. He's got. What are you thinking?
That's been the aim, isn't it?
Am I going the right way here? Do we need a 75% fit Joe Allen?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's been the aim with Son, didn't it? He has been playing, but Russell Martin's even said that their main aim at the club was to make sure he was fit for Wales for the World Cup. So I guess that says it all, really, isn't it?
Do you think that's what he's doing?
I'm sure that's what they said.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Pretty fit, Joe. We'll have you after.
But even if he isn't 100%, what sort of players do you think can come in his place? Of course, Jordan James came in during the qualifiers to kind of replace him.
Oh, Jordan James. Yeah. Jordan James. Yeah. Well, so out of it all, I know we were having this little discussion where we will come to Rabi in a minute, but my 3 that I would say are kind of outsiders, but maybe they're going to be surprises in, and it will depend on fitness for other players. But Luke Harris, who was brought from Fulham, who's about 18 years old, and
he's made a start in the Premier League as well.
Yeah, exactly. Really highly thought of. So I wouldn't be surprised to see his name in there. Jordan James, as you mentioned, he's got 40 championship games under his belt now, but still very young and at Birmingham. So he potentially could come, especially if Joe doesn't quite make it. And then the other one would be Ollie Cooper down at Swans, who's had a fantastic breakthrough season. So they're 3 that are potential surprises, but I don't know if I see maybe Luke out of it. But I think for Ollie and Jordan it'll be just
they're
too
still
soon.
So young, and even though this is a huge event for Cymru, there's a massive future ahead of them, isn't there?
I think so. Yeah, definitely. And like we were saying about being loyal. There's a squad of players that have been there and got them to, got the team over the line, got to their final. And I think they've got first dibs. It's just whether Ruben Colwill, he's barely played, has he? He's barely played.
Have you been doing the fitness watch? That's all I've been doing.
It's horrific anxiety.
I know.
It's
Yeah.
horrific. Harry Wilson.
What happened in the end? Is he all right?
I've not heard anything.
The problem is, though, right?
He'll be there.
So the
I'm
flip,
praying for him. He'll be there.
I'm hoping so. But the flip side to it all is, if we are taking a bunch of half-fit players and they can't make it, what are we left with then? Do you know what I mean? And so there is that danger that you know, if we had a bigger pool of players then to pick from, I think you would maybe
Start seeing that churn of players.
But I don't think we have that kind of depth and that pool that England
but
are able
all
to
due
do.
respect to Ruben Colwill, like if Ruben doesn't make it and they go for Luke Harris or they go for Ollie Cooper, I kind of get that.
Yeah, I agree with that,
and he's not going to be a starter anyway, Colwill.
No.
So maybe we should go for that. But like Joe Allen and Harry Wilson, I think we just give them absolutely.
Of course.
Second.
You know, because when we get to the semis or wherever, they would have had a couple of weeks to recover, and they might be super fit then.
So what about Robbie Batondo then? Because Ahmed, I know you know Robbie. What are you thinking? Will he be there?
Hopefully. And known him since he was in the Cardiff City Academy, so I know about his talents, and like to see him go to a World Cup, like be surreal for people, in the community and stuff that knows him as well. To see a kid that you used to see playing for the Cardiff City Academy, then playing on the biggest stage in world football, but that'd be something good for.
And here's a photo of Gavin with his football friend.
Football friend.
No,
Obviously, you know him very well as well.
Yeah, Rabi's like family to me. But like, when I went out and spoke to him, he's confident. He believes in himself. So let's just see what happens. Obviously, he hasn't had enough starts at Ibrox, which kind of puts him as an outsider, and he's coming off the bench and he's playing a couple of games. But I have faith. I have faith in my guy.
Has he phoned you? Has he told you? Do you know?
I know nothing. I promise I know nothing. Even if I knew, I wouldn't say. I wouldn't say.
So you do know.
I'm not saying I do. I'm just saying I wouldn't say. Right, that's what I'm saying.
Okay, he's going then. He's on his way.
I hope he's going. I'd love to see him. Like Ahmed said, like it's big for like our community and what it means to people growing up in Cardiff, seeing a boy from Cardiff and representing Wales, Cymru at the World Cup. It's legendary.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, was he always that kind of level above?
Yeah, he's always a special player. Yeah, I mean, you'd ask him when he was like in the 9s, 10s, you'd ask him a question like how many goals you scored, and you'd be like, 60, 65 and stuff like that. So yeah, he was always a special player, special talent.
So it'd mean a lot, wouldn't it? Then I guess to the community in Cardiff to see him on the plane.
Yeah, just to see his family, to see where they've come from and everything. For them to be a World Cup is a huge achievement. So it'd be happy for his family.
Is his brother still playing? Because he was coming through the age groups with Wales.
Yeah,
he's doing well as well, isn't he?
He's doing incredible. He's doing incredible. Big up Jay, man. Jay, big up you. You're doing your thing. Yeah, he's doing well. He's with Cardiff City still, and I think I can say this. I see how long he stays at Cardiff because I don't think he'll be there for long.
Okay.
But no, he's doing well. He's doing well.
That's good. We'll look forward to watching him and seeing how he develops because it's that as you see with Rabi, you can tear it up as a youngster, but then just to get to that very elite level is so tough, so tough. I mean, I don't know, it's just the dedication, a little bit of luck as well, finding the right manager that works for you and the right club that lets you develop and things like that. So, there's so many pitfalls there. But he is class, and he looked like he'd really bulked up last time we'd seen him. He sort of looked like he'd kind of been on the weights a bit.
Yeah, he's massive. I was a bit surprised, but like his height and like how big he was, and I was a bit like, oh, this
is not the old Rabi.
This is not the old Rabi that I once knew, but no, he's definitely working a lot and he's training hard. So it's paying off.
Well, Ahmed, you know what it's like to win a major trophy, as we can see here. Tell me,
it's a big one, isn't it?
It is a bit big.
Yeah, it's a big trophy.
Lift it up, show it off to us. Is it heavy?
Yeah, it is heavy actually. Yeah.
I mean,
Look at
it's not just any old trophy, is it? It's the Champions League.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
The Somali British version of the Champions League.
Yeah.
Tell us about your story and how you came to win this.
Yeah, it's been a competition that's been running for a good few years. You've got teams from all around the UK, like from Sheffield, Manchester, Leicester, Birmingham, London. So like we were probably the only Welsh team in the tournament itself. So it was a struggle in the beginning. The first year we didn't win it, the second year, and then obviously this year, we did end up winning it. But it was a struggle. We were coming from the group stages to the knockout stages. I mean, one stage in the semi-finals, we lost the first leg in Cardiff. I think it was by 2 goals. So that meant we had to go to London to try and turn it around and stuff. So it was, it was a tough tournament.
Yeah.
But like the team itself, I mean, like I can't take no credit as manager. It's the players. Everything is the players. They're the talent, and I'll just bring them together, and they're the ones who does the hard bit on them.
Sorry, Robert Page, right? Sorry, Page.
It's all down to you, tactics.
No, believe me, they're really talented players, man. They're
Yeah.
really talented players.
I heard it. I wasn't sure if it was you. No, it was the guy who does your video.
Zaid, yeah.
Yeah, he's a great guy, and he was telling me it's like almost an international side because you take from Butte Town and you take from
like Tiger Bay, and
Tiger
stuff like
Bay,
that, yeah.
and then bring them together
Yeah,
for the
so,
Warriors.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. So it's like more of an international team where you get like the best of the best players and then bring together, and they then participate in it, but they represent the community themselves. Then so they'll be on a grand stage playing against teams from different cities from all around the UK. So it was the first time that the trophy itself has left England. So
Get
Yeah,
in.
Amazing. We actually have a little clip actually of your journey winning the cup, so we're going to watch that now.
I remember arriving here in Cardiff 23 years ago, and one of the first things we did was play football. And I think the power of football and how it brings communities together, especially the younger generation, is absolutely amazing.
And I think celebrating the successes of Cardiff Bay Warriors is something which we need to continue.
So Cardiff Bay Warriors was started back in 2005 by a community group called SOYA, Somali Youth Association. We pride ourselves on brotherhood and bring everybody together.
Come on, Warriors on 3. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, Warriors!
Class.
Amazing.
Well done, mate.
That's super.
Yeah. It looks like the whole community is there.
Yeah, we took
supporting you.
a good few coaches down. Could have took more, to be honest with you, but yeah, the support is unreal. The people behind us are all the supporters, to be honest with you. The fact that the way they support their team and they get behind the team when they're losing and stuff like that, they're the ones who are the most probably important.
It looks like you've got ultras in there. Like the young
Yeah,
kids
yeah.
come along and they're all giving it loads in the stand, aren't they? It's brilliant.
Yeah, they're the real deal, man. Them guys.
Yeah.
They're the real
I mean,
deal.
we even get some love here. There's a comment saying, I tune into CBW YouTube video every time,
Ah, nice.
saying, love you guys. Someone said BMC better than Colwell. BMC's a fine specimen. BMC number 10 for Wales. There's a lot of love.
love.
A lot of love.
Yeah,
There's
yeah,
a lot of
yeah.
love.
Just what did this win mean to the community as well?
Yeah, I mean, it was huge because it was publicized a lot as well. So it brought a lot of people together, brought the community together, and support people back in the team, and playing against teams from different cities where they'll get the support from their city. So they're trying to push your city on, and it's more of a collective support. So it meant a lot to them. So when they won it, I mean, there was a lot of celebrations for about a week or two. So it meant it meant a lot. It did mean a lot to them. So I mean, the easy part's bringing them together, but the real winners is the players, man. They're real special. On and off the pitch, they're the real deal.
It's such an inspirational story as well, isn't it?
Yeah, no, it is. Yeah, it is. The fact that it was hundreds of people travel from here, and it was a summer holiday as well. So got kids that was probably didn't have nothing to do. you've got like obviously you got like the youth cuts and stuff like that. So when they seen travel, there's a game and they're traveling and stuff. So something like that. I mean, for the kids, I mean, they look forward to it. Things like this, they look forward to it, and yeah, it was a big achievement, a huge achievement.
100%. And I saw as well you've been going around schools chatting to young children as well. How did that feel, you know, going there, showing them the trophy as well?
Yeah, it was a bit surreal. Like went to our old primary school with Mount Stuart, which is not far from here, just probably a stone's throw away from here. So showing them the kids and everything, trying to inspire them for the next generation, because that's what it's all about, is like just inspire kids and stuff like that, so they can see what it's about, and not just in football but in education itself. So it's all around, to be honest.
And what's next for you guys then?
We are trying to defend the trophy. So we've played 2 games, and we come back on Sunday. We went to Birmingham, and we won our first game against London, but we lost against Birmingham on Sunday. And they had the whole, probably you'd think the whole of Birmingham was there.
Oh, really? Yeah. Are you obviously been knocked down now? You're the champions now.
Yeah, it's the group stages and stuff. So I mean,
okay.
So we're gonna have them back in Cardiff anyway. So we play at home and away. So they're gonna come back to Cardiff. I mean, when we played them up there, you'd think it was like a Galatasaray Besiktas game, because they had like flares and stuff.
Amazing.
Yeah. And where in Cardiff do you guys play?
It's Canal Park, which is not far from here. You probably know it as the San Siro Park. So that's our home pitch. Yeah, that's where we play our home games from.
Yeah, so you're there to be knocked down this year. Like,
we've got
finding teams are kind of like
as much
up against you.
Yeah, like when we travel to Birmingham, like I think most of the players open their eyes is the way the other team, like the way they were getting supported, and they were like, wow, these teams really want to beat us, and they're really after us, and they'd be like, yeah, you know, they're desperate to beat them. So I think they've learned the fact that being on top means like you have to prepare for games and stuff like that. So I think that it's still a learning curve for them. So they definitely seen it on Sunday when they seen that reaction from a different city, the way they got hosted, and you know, with flares and fireworks and stuff being after the game. And so
it sounds like John's veterans football, doesn't it?
Very similar, to be honest. Very similar, yeah. And also Rabi Matondo's numbers. Pretty similar to mine, mate. Pretty similar to mine. Yeah.
What, career-wise, or just
career-wise?
Just like goals in your career.
If I'm lucky, actually.
Amazing. Well, Ahmed, listen, congratulations on that. And I'm looking forward actually to following your journey over the next season and seeing what else you get to, because I've seen it all across the media. I know. I bet you're used to being interviewed now, aren't you?
No, 2 hours even. I didn't even expect all this.
Came in early.
I thought he was going to be sitting in the background and that, so I can hide away. So you got to sit over there. I'm like, oh no.
No, listen, congratulations. It's an amazing achievement, and well done to all, and to the team as well. Listen, we have to bring up, of course, back to the World Cup now. You all must have seen, you know, the World Cup anthem with David Iwan, the Red Wall, released just yesterday. It's absolutely incredible. Give me goosebumps, don't you guys? It's so emotional. But how are you feeling after watching that video?
It's just another level.
You're the musician, you give it critique,
like the song's amazing, you know. It was the right choice, to be honest. You know, to use that song, which has been part of our progression, and like it really kind of brought everyone together and galvanized the nation in those awful, gut-wrenching playoff games, you know. So it was really important. So they made 100% the right choice with this song. It's a great song, and the video is insane. But what it's done, it's just brought another level of anxiety to me now. Like last time I was on the SETI, I was confident we'd walk out of the group with 9 points. That went down to 0 points as like all the players were picking up injuries and knocks like that, and that was happening. And I was like, oh God, Brent Johnson's losing form. He's not getting in the side. Or, you know, all these things. So then there's no points. Then I look at the group, and like we're all the same kind of World Cup rankings in the group as well. It's a tough group that we're in. Instead of me thinking it was a walkover, and I was thinking, God, this is a tough group now. So I up until like
it's
yesterday,
one of those groups that everybody thinks is a group they can get through.
The
USA are looking at it going, well, we'll beat Wales and Iran, no problem. And Iran are looking at it going, yeah, go on, we fancy our chances.
Yeah.
And England are like, well, we'll stroll through.
Yeah.
But
But
so,
they won't, but they
so
won't.
hopefully
They
there's
won't
going
do
to be
it.
a
They won't
bump
do
in
it.
the road. And hopefully we're not the bump in the road, we're going
Yeah.
down the road. Terrible analogy. But,
So that song anyway, it made me feel a bit more positive, as well as like feeling nervous about like that it's around the corner. It made me feel like believe in the side again and like what we can offer. You just forget that when they turn up, like you said, they turn up for us. Do you know what I mean? They really do turn up for us.
Yeah.
And so forget about what they're doing in the Premier League and the Championships and Division 2 or wherever. When they put our red shirt on, it's a different game for them. And so I'm back to, I think we'll qualify.
okay.
I'm back to there now, so I'm in a good place again. Because there was a stat I read on a website today. 2/3 of the sides who get to the World Cup through the qualifying, through the playoff things, get through their group. So so it's kind of that was a stat that I'm clinging on to right now. I don't want to be the third. I'll be the 2/3.
In my back pocket too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
nice.
I've got that. But yeah, what a song. I digressed a little bit. Didn't I?
It's quite all right. You came back to it.
Yes, the song is great.
The
Yeah.
song is
Well,
all
talking about the song,
Yes.
you're no stranger to making your own
I'm not.
songs for Wales.
Yes.
So now we can actually play your song when Wales play away.
Slightly
Which,
better
by
than
the way, is
well,
sensational.
yes.
It was the best song of last
Thanks,
season.
mate.
It's
100%,
legendary. It's
100%.
legendary.
Yes, it is legendary. Are we going to listen to it now?
Yeah,
or
we're gonna watch a music video actually.
Oh,
So
brilliant.
Let's
So-
play that now.
Yeah, I love this video.
Wherever we lay our flag, that's our home. We hang them up inside folks back in Rome. And the heart of Vale, it's an area that dies away. Oh, when Wales play away, it's like playing at home. And when Wales play away, we are playing at home. When Wales play away, it's like playing at home. So please don't take me home. When
Yes.
That's it. That's pretty good.
Yes. I was telling Lawrence earlier, like it wasn't my idea. The video, like the song was my idea, obviously.
One of them was.
Yeah. But the video wasn't. That was a guy called Joseph Morgan. He storyboarded it all. Bye.
Bye.
See you later.
He storyboarded it all. He filmed it all on a little handheld camcorder. He rented out a flat in Canton on Airbnb for the day. So that house
That's
is
not your house.
No, that was rented out for the
Wow.
purpose of that. But we took a load of props in there as well. Loads of replica shirts, dodgy moustache that I shaved in.
I loved it.
Yeah, it was really good fun. Like, and making my kids color in the Belgian
Yeah.
kit
No, I
as well.
love
That
that. I love
was my favorite bit.
Yeah.
My
That was
favorite
brilliant.
bit is definitely the recreation of that goal.
Oh man,
How Robson Khan is incredible. Like,
Iconic, isn't it?
that's iconic.
yeah.
You've been practicing it a lot. 'Cause-
Well,
I mean, if you really break it down, it was like,
You got a hell of a left foot on you, I must say.
Well, that's my weaker foot, by the way. You know,
You make it look good.
we did try to do it as bad as we could as well. Like,
oh, right.
so
Oh,
okay,
yes,
yeah.
yes.
So that's why it doesn't look great.
Yeah.
But that goal, though, every time that goal comes on YouTube or anything, I still get goosebumps.
Yeah.
Every time, without fail, that goal. It's insane.
Yeah.
Insane.
It just that moment you were just taken straight back there, aren't you? We have Hal Robson Carnew Day, don't we?
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
sensational. And I feel sorry for Sam Vokes, if I'm
Because
honest.
that was a blinder, wasn't
What
it?
a header
Yeah.
that was for the.
I get
Well,
goosebumps with that one as well,
Yeah, I
mate.
do as well.
Come on, I tell you what, whilst we're on this tournament, Neil Taylor,
Yeah, as well, he's
Oh.
retired. Hasn't he?
Yeah,
yeah.
retired.
I thought he was going to go on. I thought he was going to make it on the plane. Yeah.
Oh, God.
Rhys Norrington Davies is injured. Quick!
Yeah.
The worst Wales goal ever, Neil Taylor. Ever. Everyone scored a goal like Aaron Goll, haven't they?
Yeah.
Two bites at it.
He should
Neil
score. No, keeper saved. Oh, he's
Yeah.
tap it in. Brilliant. Yeah, true. I think the Yamo Heat song, though, is it captured a moment, and I think what it'll do as well when it's played, it will spark so many conversations and questions, because on the world stage there may be people who don't know where Wales is or what Wales is, and secondly that Wales has its own language as well. So they're going to be really confused. Like, hang on a sec, this is a country and it's next to England and it's not England and it has its own language and it's not English. Like, I think it's going to blow
Last
a few
night, I
minds.
actually saw a video on YouTube. An American was listening and watching the music video and reacting to it, and he was so emotional. He got goosebumps, and he was trying to pronounce all the Welsh words, and it was so nice to see someone like that. You know, seeing Wales on that world stage, and everyone's gonna know us.
Yeah.
Well, I had a couple of English friends, and they were like, "Oh, so that's amazing, mate. That's fantastic. Look at that. Like, it really. I said, what does it mean?" Wow. and then you go to the conversation, you go, "Oh, all right, okay."
Yeah.
So again, like, it'd be a really interesting reaction when I think you see it on the world stage and in the World Cup, and I'm hoping it gets played in the stadiums.
Oh, I hope so. Yeah,
think so. If maybe the DJ's there playing a song from each.
Well, I'm hoping
team
to play
or that.
mine for the money, mate, in the stadium.
Now, speaking of
Fingers
Wales, of course,
crossed.
that was for the Euros, wasn't it?
Yes, it
Any
was.
plans to make one for the World Cup? After the Cup? No.
Less of
He's
the-
just had an album out. You should plug the
Yeah.
album quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, just a couple of singles I've released.
couple of
One-
singles,
one
yeah.
is called Fly Fishing. It was out last Friday.
Yeah.
Features Mickey Barani. She was a singer in Lush. She's just done a book, and I'm playing in Club Eva Bach December 16th. So come along. And hopefully, will the World Cup final be done by December 16th?
18th.
So
Yeah,
it's just
18th.
before the World Cup final for us. then.
If you're stressed because we're in the World Cup final and you need something to get that energy out,
Yes.
come and see you at Club Full Back on the 16th.
Yes, exactly.
Nice.
And Lawrence, you're going to be there in Qatar.
I am. I don't
How
want
much
to
are you
talk
looking
about
forward?
it. I'm not looking forward to it. Yeah, I'm absolutely buzzing. I think, really excited, really excited. We're obviously going to be super busy working as well, so it's not going to be like,
Super busy working.
Super busy.
Taking in the sun.
But I don't know. I have, as we sort of mentioned in terms of the build-up, it's been a bit of a strange build-up. It's not been that usual build-up. It's obviously going to a country where
We don't really want
there's
to go to.
lots of issues that surround the football and how you feel about it, and that doesn't make it very comfortable. And I don't think it'll be the same fan experience. I don't think fans won't be out on the street. It won't be the France scenes we saw in France, and then we missed Euro 2021 because of bloody COVID. So it's a little bit disappointing. It's not going to be quite that. So I'm not sure 100% what to expect.
It's a bit unknown, actually,
Yeah.
isn't it?
It's
So
a
you
little
don't
bit
know what
unknown,
to
yeah.
expect.
I was listening to what's her name? I can't remember her name, but she's a journalist. She works on the Football Ramble podcast. She's done a 3-part documentary on it, and so I'm going to go and listen to it because she's been in the country, sort of doing interviews.
I think
and
I've
things
heard
like that.
a clip of that on the radio. Yeah.
Yeah, so it sounds
Interesting.
really interesting, but it also sounded petrifying when she was like, "Well, I was there a couple of months ago, and the fan zone they keep talking about wasn't even built; it was all under construction." So I'm like, "Ooh, okay,
Yeah.
let's see,
Let's see. Let's see.
But the football, hopefully, like once it gets going, and I even feel bad saying that because that's what they want, isn't it? You whitewash all the other kind of things because you're talking about the football. But come on, God, we're in a football tournament.
Yeah.
Let's talk about football a little bit.
Exactly.
So,
That's it. It is difficult.
we're just a little
isn't it?
people, aren't we? It's
Yeah.
not. We haven't made the decision. You know,
Mm.
like. And I feel for a little bit sorry for the football. I'm going on a bit here, aren't I?
No,
I feel sorry for the footballers. Like, what are they supposed to say?
Even
Exactly.
Seb came out, or whatever his name is, didn't he?
Oh
Saying
my
it
gosh,
was a
yeah.
mistake.
It's a bit
No,
later.
well done.
Just
well
under a
done.
week.
Yeah.
Just over a week before the World Cup. Now
Yeah.
we're saying it's a mistake.
Yeah, on a very expensive
Awful.
yacht, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Possibly, who knows bought that? But
Very expensive mistake, isn't it? Very expensive
I'm
mistake.
sure he's done fine out of that mistake.
Well, let's hope we qualify for Germany because that'll be a different you know, that'll be a proper tournament again, won't it? Every city, the infrastructure, the vibes there will be unbelievable.
Yeah.
So fingers crossed. Fingers crossed.
That's a
And
guarantee.
Next World Cup, America.
That'll be fairly decent, wouldn't it? That'd be fairly decent.
I'll be there.
Yeah.
I'll be there.
Working.
Me and Gab will be
Okay.
there.
Yeah. The two Gabs.
Yeah. Gab
All right,
squared,
Gab
you call
squared.
it.
Gabs.
There it is. You got it out of us. You got it out of us.
Amazing.
Well, listen, guys, like, was it just over a week
Yeah.
away from the World Cup kicking off? I can't believe it's come around so fast, but
Here we go.
incredible times. But yeah, thank you both so much for joining us. Also, thank you to Cardiff Warriors as well for joining us. They had to leave quickly, but yeah, thank you so much, guys.
You might have
and
noticed.
congratulations as well.
It was nothing that John said.
No. They're training tonight, right, for the next game.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, but just before we go, we have to tell you about our vodka modelled by Lawrence here. Welsh
Not
football fans,
available in
Wales
Qatar.
away World Cup
Not
vodka. And you can actually order your very own limited edition bottle, a numbered bottle as well, from Cardiff Distillery. And you can also try it out, actually, because we've partnered with a number of venues all across Wales ready for those World Cup celebrations. So you can check out our social media as well to find out where we are stocking these. I can tell you from experience, they taste good.
They do. They taste
do
really
taste
good. Yeah. And it's done with Minty as well. Minty, the artist and illustrator, and so it's a tie-up between ourselves and a guy called Minty.
Great.
Yeah,
They're
well,
good.
they're flying off the shelves. So head to Cardiff Distillery to get your own limited edition bottle. But yeah.
And you can keep it as a candle holder then when you drunk it, right?
Done.
You can, yeah, that's it, isn't it? 'Cause
Yeah.
it's a beauty, isn't it? You
Yeah.
can like stick a candle in it and while
Yeah.
away the hours, remembering World Cup
Remembering the World
days.
Cup, yeah.
Or you could just leave it top and just don't drink it and just think, beautiful.
Yeah.
Because it's individually batch numbered.
Very
So
good.
there's only 1,000,
Yeah.
only 1,000
Yeah,
done.
limited.
This is number
Limited
19.
edition to get them.
And so you will get a very limited edition.
And that's my pay for today, right?
Yeah. yeah.
I'll just take another mug.
Yeah, take another mug.
Well,
He
listen,
says he's got one of our mugs at home.
have you?
Yeah.
Just the one?
Just the one.
We'll be two now.
Okay.
But yeah, thank you all very much for joining us. It's been a pleasure to have you, John.
Thank you. Thanks.
And Lawrence, of
Yeah,
course.
thank you very much. Thank you very much,
Yeah.
guys.
Thank you very much. And yeah, that's it from us.
It is.
That's it from us. So yeah, enjoy the World Cup. Fingers crossed, we can do well, get out of the groups, at least, hopefully. Yeah, that's all from us. And thank you for watching, and no star.